those players are not as bad as the results they are giving on the pitch. The problem is finding somebody that will come in and get the team to gel together. The team is struggling. There's no tactical approach to the team. That's the team play. Then secondly, the attack today didn't function as before this match. It was the defense that wasn't functioning well. So they scored a lot of goals, but they could not defend. So they conceded a lot of goals. Now today, the reverse is the case. The attack struggles to play. Aston Villa was all over the game, and then we were more of defending all throughout the game. And then today, it was a team defensive play. So the team defended as a unit. I guess that was why to attack became an issue. So for me, that was
as regards to the attack not turning up today. So what do you think happens to be the talking point or the problem? That really, let me say, that really restricted their attacking spark in this game.
Okay, so for me, I think it's just a case of lack of confidence. The team as a whole is struggling with confidence. So I don't want to isolate the strikers. Oyland is just returning from injury, so I still expect him to gradually play himself into form. Now for Garnacho, Garnacho tried a bit today, but it was more of defending.
Can we say the workload on Garnacho is quite affecting his gameplay?
I would not say so. Yeah, we have. As a winger, you are supposed to contribute to defense as well. You are supposed to attack as a team. You are supposed to defend as a team. So I wouldn't say
there is this counter play that on a normal ground, when United are on top of their game, it should be a goal. Because the way he passes the ball shows maybe it's due to fatigue or something.
Like I said, the team as a whole is struggling. So individual players are struggling as well because the team as a whole is struggling. One of the things I want to say is the fundamental problem is when I saw the lineup, the coach took out Martinez, the coach took out
I think Menu, right?
Was the second defender?
Delete, right?
Took out Delete, and that's because previous matches is trying to see how he can shovel up the defense. Now for me, so I don't want to put it as an individual issue for the players. It's a collective. Something fundamentally is not working yet, which is up to the coach to find out how to make things work. Those players are not that bad. I keep telling people, they are not playing well, but they are not as bad as the performance they are putting in. So fundamentally, it's something the coaches need to sit down, look into what approach is best to bring out. Somebody was saying something today. Sancho, when he was in United, was not really performing because
of the system.
The system wasn't fit enough for him. Now he's in Chelsea, he's playing fine. And for me, that applies to other United players. Those players are not that bad. It's for the coach to get something that works.
You have the lack of Greenwood now turning up at Sevilla.
I don't even want to talk about that. French league is not that tough, but I mean Sancho has not performed.
Notwithstanding, it's turning up.
Greenwood with Man U played. So I expect that Greenwood going to French league will be a superstar, irrespective of the team he's playing with. Greenwood as a Premiership player was a star. He was performing. Everybody saw him as a generational talent. But now, for me, the problem is, the example is Sancho comes out of the team, goes to Chelsea and is doing well. He might not be exceptional, but he's finding his way into form. Now, the players at Man U, every one of them is struggling. So I don't want to pin it on the players individually. The effort might not be good enough. But like I said, fundamentally, it's the coach for me that needs to sit down and find a system that brings out the best from the team.
There are talks as regards to United not playing as a team, but playing individually. Because, when a team really wants to win, they have to play collectively and, put in their best, to really carry out the result. But when you have players like Fernandes playing his own game and other sort of players, there's
no system that's bringing the players together. So Bruno gets the ball, wants to do his thing. Garnacho gets the ball, wants to do his thing. Rashford gets the ball, wants to do his thing. That's down to the coach to correct those things in training. So as a coach, if you're not seeing that as an issue, the players will not see it as an issue. But as a coach, when you see it as an issue, you call them to order in the training. And I mean, it's a thing of, okay, Chelsea started the season, played against City. You could tell there was effort. You could tell there was a system. Yeah, they didn't win. Yeah. But everybody said when the players finally understand this coach, they would perform. And you're saying it. Yeah, they didn't win today, but the performance was better than one man you put in. So for me, the coach needs to sit down and find a way to make things work for them. That's for me. That's my
So as a diehard fan, so what do you see? What do you think the way out presently should be for the United team? Do you see them sacking Ten Hag as the way out, or you see them integrating or go about another setup entirely?
Personally, I won't sack Ten Hag now because the manager's market for now is not that good. If you sack him, who are you going to bring?
We have Emery, because if you really put in a good bid, I think he should be his head should be turned.
That's what I'm telling you. Premier League is no longer what it used to be. If you go to Aston Villa, Emery will not just leave Aston Villa. Aston Villa will have.
That's what I'm saying. If you happens to table a substantial bid, his head should turn.
How much? It's not his head should turn. Will Villa sanction the deal?
If he is ready to leave.
That's the point I'm correcting. So the Premier League now is no longer what it used to be, where a Man U will go to Aston Villa and just pick their coach. Man U wanted our director of football. What's his name again? No, the director of football. I forgot his name again. From Newcastle, and Newcastle stood their ground that you have to give me so amount, or it can't work for you. That's the power of Premier League finances now. So you go to Villa, you say you want Emery, they will tell you, okay, yeah, pay a release clause of.
The scenario is quite different because.
No, it's not different in the sense that Aston Villa is in the Champions League. Yeah. Financially, this season they will make more in terms of on the pitch revenue. Forget brand and all that Man U will get. But you can't just go to them and tell them you want Emery. They will tell you, give us £25 million. I mean, they will stand their ground that you have to pay that money. Even if Emery wants to go, he's under contract. You can't just pull out.
I will still stand by my points, that, United will turn any some coaches at the moment. So if there is a very good bid on the table.
The point I'm making is, I'm not saying the coach will not want to come. I'm telling you, Aston Villa cannot be bullied.
Yes, they cannot be bullied.
The Premier League of today, you can't bully a club of like Aston Villa. When you go to Aston Villa, they will tell you, Emery wants to go, fine, we don't have a problem with that, but bring £30 million. You won't pay that amount for a coach. So as the team wanting him, you have to go back and strategize, because if it was those days, when you go to play teams like Aston Villa and tell them, I need your coach, they'll tell you bring £5 million because they know your financial strength, and £5 million was reasonable money for them. Now, the money in the Premier League has made it such that everybody is well sourced when it comes to revenue. So you can't just come as Chelsea and say you want to bully. You have to pay Aston Villa to get the coach. So Aston Villa has the cards. They play the cards the way they want to play it. So you can't just go. If a club as big as Madrid today comes to Aston Villa and says we need your coach, I can tell you Aston Villa will drive the negotiation because of the revenue in the Premier League today. So for me, I won't sack Ten Hag now because the manager market is bad. Yeah, you can talk about, except you are not being realistic, you can talk about go to Aston Villa, pick Emery, go to whichever coach again. Pick those coaches will want to come, but the club will not sanction the deal.
So what do you see as the way
out? Now you can't. For me, I won't sack Ten Hag. Leave him. The mistake has been made. He has started the season. Yes, then allow the season run. I'm sure that the form can't continue like this. Things will gradually peak. Now the problem is that
you still have a player like Zagzi still, understanding the league.
Yeah. So generally, the team is struggling, and the problem is that if it continues like the Champions League slot might be gone. Yes. But I can tell you categorically, yes, the team will gradually peak. Now, me saying I won't sack Ten Hag doesn't mean I won't sack him. But I will sack him as at when there is a better alternative. If you sack him now, what's the option? His assistant, Van Nistelrooy. That's the most likely option. Or you go for coaches that are not in the job currently. Southgate, Tuchel.
I had people
Those
taking
are not,
Southgate to take over the
those are not reasonable coaches for me. If you want to win, if you you want to compete with Pep Guardiola, you want to compete with Arteta, you want to compete with Emery, those are not coaches. Southgate will do nothing other than what Ten Hag is doing. No, I don't even want about. I don't want to talk about his performance with England, but he will do nothing better than Ten Hag is doing. So, if coaches like Ancelotti is free on the market, if you have coaches like
How about Zidane?
I won't take Zidane as well because Zidane is not interested in the Premier League. He has said it over and over. He has refused to learn English because he doesn't want the Premier League. So I want to bring a coach.
The fact that it's not proven yet, or
it's not about it's not proven. Proven or not proven. Company is not proven. It's performing in Bayern Munich. For me, that's not a problem. But Zidane has told you, I don't want the Premier League. So the interest should be the fundamentals first.
Exactly.
The coach wants to come, and then yes, you can now go for the coach. But outside that, who else? If German, what's this Germany coach?
Nagelsmann.
No, not Nagelsmann. Yeah, Nagelsmann. If Nagelsmann is free on the market, yeah. Somebody like Ancelotti is free on the market, fine. You can sack your coach and go for him. If Alonso is free on the market and you know you can get him, sack your coach and go for him. But those coaches are not available. What you have available are not better than what you have currently. And so there's no point sacking him now.
Just due to system changing.
There's no point sacking him.
Slight
All you
change in
need to
system.
do now is, as the owner, sit him down and tell him there should be an improvement before so time. If there's no improvement, then we'll sack you and let the interim run as caretaker at the end of the season.
So comes January. Do you see United spending another huge sum of money on transfer?
Money is not the problem. Spending to bring players in is not the problem. The problem is finding somebody that will come in and get the team to gel together. That's the problem. So if you get somebody that will come in, get the team to gel together, yeah, you might sign one or two more players, but that squad is not as bad as the results they are giving. Those players are not as bad as the results they are giving on the pitch. It's just a fundamental.
Who are you tipping for your man of the match in this game?
Man of the match, I don't think man of the match. Maybe.
You see Konana?
No, not Onana. I'll pick an Aston Villa player.
I think okay.
I'll pick an Aston Villa player. Maybe I don't know. Telemans. Yeah, maybe Telemans.
So as a United faithful, so what message are you having for the United fans out there?
So for me, the thing is, let's face the reality. I mean, this has happened for the last 10 years plus. So going back to what United used to be under Sir Alex Ferguson isn't going to be a day job. The first thing is, for me, I'm more optimistic than I used to be because for the first time we have a board that understands football, and they've made footballing decisions that you can tell that they understand football. So I know when they will sack the coach. If they sack the coach, it will be a reasonable decision, and they will bring in somebody that will do a better job. I mean, so it's an example is the way Liverpool is being run. Jurgen Klopp is gone. You bring in a coach, and the coach picks the team. Yeah, you can say the players are good, but I mean the coach has just took that team, maybe signed one or two players, and the continuity is evidence. So for now, it's about getting the people upstairs to take the right decision. Such that when Ten Hag is going, whoever is coming in can pick the squad and maybe sign one or two players, and the team is up firing. But of course, thinking United will win the Premier League tomorrow or next year or next 2 years is being unrealistic. So my message is be realistic. Let's see the gradual improvements, and then maybe in the next 2 years you can start talking of can we compete.
So how far do you see United going?
This season, I don't know, maybe another Europa League slot or a Conference League slot.
That is that as regards to the United contest at the Villa Park. It happens to be another thrilling event, 0-0 draw. So after United settled for a draw over the weekend against Porto, United are really struggling, but the performance today is not really bad, and at the other hand, it's not very good. So guys, do like to share and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Football Fantasy, where we do give you live football update after a recently concluded football game.